If you buy a copy of a video game, you should be able to play it whenever you want, at 2 in the morning, 10 years from now, or on the original device you bought it for. But today, purchasing a digital game comes with a hidden risk. In a few years, that game might simply stop working. Not because your device broke, because a corporation decided to turn it off. Hidden inside terms of service agreements, major publishers have quietly given themselves the legal right to shut down games, erase servers, and terminate access to products customers already paid for. Every banana spent on cosmetics, downloadable content, and expansions can vanish overnight. Not because of a technical failure, but because the game stopped hitting profit targets. Here is a simple way to understand what is happening. Imagine you have been using a piece of software for years. You paid for it, built your entire workflow around it, and relied on it daily. Then one day, the company decides it is no longer profitable. They shut down the servers, prevent the application from opening, and offer no refund. Your access to something you paid for is simply gone. That is exactly what is happening to hundreds of video games right now. Games have been shut down with no warning, no refunds, and no alternative provided to the players who supported them financially. People who spent money on in-game content lost everything. They paid for a product and received nothing in return. Why does this happen? Publishers cite low player counts, server maintenance costs, and the demands of live service business models. But the real reason is simpler. When a game stops generating sufficient revenue, the corporation pulls the plug. The experience players built, the communities they formed, the money they spent, none of it matters to a quarterly earnings report. This approach treats customers not as people who purchased something, but as data points on a spreadsheet. When a company shuts down a game you paid for, it is not a business decision. It is a betrayal of consumer trust. The problem extends beyond players. Developers, the people who actually built these games, have no say in whether their work survives. Their creative output, sometimes years of labor, can be erased in a single boardroom meeting. When corporations prioritize profit over everything else, developers lose the freedom to create anything genuinely new. The result is an industry producing increasingly safe, formulaic releases because there is no room left for genuine creative risk. There is also a straightforward solution that is rarely implemented. When a game reaches the end of its commercial life, publishers should release a final update that makes it playable without servers or internet connectivity. This costs relatively little and preserves the product for the people who paid for it. The fact that this almost never happens reveals exactly where corporate priorities lie. There is an active campaign called Stop Killing Games that challenges the legality of publishers destroying products they have sold to customers. The initiative calls for a minimum standard. Games must remain playable even after commercial support ends. If you are a citizen of the European Union, the petition is available to sign. If you are not, spreading awareness still matters. Every person who understands this issue and talks about it adds pressure on an industry that has so far faced very little accountability. Games are a form of art and culture. They deserve to be preserved. The corporations profiting from them disagree. It is time to make that disagreement cost them something. This video is purely educational. Please consider this a genuine call to look into the Stop Killing Games initiative and add your voice if you are able to do so.